Greetings, Benjamin J. from Ben's Trains with another in the series. Well, look what has just arrived. This got here about 20 minutes ago. An original Commodore Vanderbilt, 1938. Original pre-war, and as you see, in remarkably good condition. It's got scratches on the paint and scratches on the logo, but this engine is 80 years old. As you see, there's no rust on it. It's got oxide on it, but it hasn't turned to rust. And on the stacks, the finials, there's nothing there. The motor, pre-war, it's had some runtime, as you can see. But there's no rust on it. There's no damage to it of any kind at all. Now, this got here, like I said, about 20 minutes ago. I took it out of the box and ran it on the bench. I've put about 3-4 drops of oil on it. Oiled the armature bearing, and of course the output shaft of the motor itself. Just a couple of drops of oil on these gears is really all it needs to start doing your first test runs. Anyway, I ran it on the bench and it runs great. I replaced the light bulb, the E unit is working, and one of the main things, of course, is the fact that it's 80 years old and there's no rust on it. This is going to clean up really, really well. Now, I found this on eBay for $14. Now, I usually don't spend that much on an engine, but when you come across something that's this old, I mean 80 years old, and in this condition with no appreciable damage at all, the only thing that I can see that's wrong with it is there's supposed to be a small sheet metal shroud that goes over the bulb, which is missing. Other than that, it is completely intact and running. I haven't even cleaned the brushes yet. I haven't done anything to it at all except put a couple of drops of oil on it and replace that light bulb. I ran it on the bench. This is going to be its first run on the rail. And as you see, the E unit works. It's actually pretty peppy on the bench. So I'm going to throw this on the, I think I've got an engine off. I'll put it on the plastic consist. So this is 20 plastic Marx cars. So an original 1938, 1937, 1938, something like that. Commodore Vanderbilt, pre-war, 14 bucks on eBay. Going to be its first trip around the rail. Let's see how this goes. Wow, it's running really well. So, as you see, it was definitely worth the $14. This engine is 80 years old. And it's completely original, and I've done nothing to it. It's been stored well. There's no damage. There's no rust at all. It's running extremely well. So once I get this cleaned up, lubed, and tuned, this is going to be a great running engine. So I'll clean the brushes, get the axles oiled, get it cleaned up. But so far, so good. This is running just perfectly. Let's take it up a bit. Well, no problem so far. So, definitely worth 14 bucks. There's no doubt about that. The motor itself is worth that much. So, an original 80-year-old Commodore Vanderbilt in remarkably good condition. I mean, I don't think you could hope to find something that's 80 years old in this condition. And like I said, it's got some scuffs and play wear, but again, this was built in 1938, and that was 80 years ago. Actually quite amazing to find it in this condition, and not a speck of rust. Some oxide on it, yes, but there's no active rust on it anywhere at all. So it's very likely been stored in a closet, someplace where it was nice and dry. And it looks like it's been temperature controlled because there's no damage to the paint. at all. No great amount of oxidizing on anything. So once this is lubed and tuned and cleaned up a bit, this is going to be a really nice original Commodore Vanderbilt. 14 bucks, you just can't beat that. So I just wanted to do a quick video on this. Like I said, it just got here 20 minutes, half hour ago, something like that. I took it directly out of the box to the bench, put a couple of drops of oil on it, and replaced the light bulb, applied power, and it's running. I've done nothing else to it at all. Like I said, I'll get the brushes clean, get this lubed and tuned, and get it cleaned up, and this is going to be a really nice original Commodore Vanderbilt. Can't beat the price, 14 bucks. Original 1938 Commodore Vanderbilt. I just couldn't pass it up. Really, really decent shape. Anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video on this. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.